So my name is Tay, and I'm a passionate designer and turned indie iOS developer. I just released an app called Menuette, and I thought I would take you through just a quick tour of the app and why I made it. So, throughout the years of designing apps for iOS and Android, I've always struggled with finding good patterns and good examples out there. And I've had so many discussions with teams and trying to persuade people and teams, developers, PMs, of why we need to add more menus and what kind of native features we should add. And one of those kind of components that I've really wanted to add has been contextual menus, and it's been really difficult to capture good patterns and good what our competitors are doing. And basically, I've gone through, rummaged all of my apps and tried to long press every item, because the thing that is makes it very difficult is that these contextual menus are hidden by default, so you have to long press to find them. So, for instance, here on Instagram, so this is called a quick action. So on the app icons, whenever you want to go and delete Instagram because you've spent way too much time on it this summer, this is the contextual menu, the native contextual menu that you get up in iOS. So here, the remove app is the one that you would tap then. But you also see that they have other actions here as well. Same goes for Duolingo. So they also have these funny kind of prompts if you are gonna delete it, and they also have the remove app. So what I've done is that I've made an app that focuses only on contextual menus on iOS. So I have a library here of quick actions, so just those app icon drop downs. I've collected so many. I didn't even know that I had this many browsers on my phone. So these are how the different apps use contextual menus on iOS. Vivaldi, they also have this prompt to send feedback, which is a really good usage of a quick action. So kudos to Atla that works in Vivaldi. Cub also does the same thing. They have this really nice tone of voice. So even if you're not inside the app, you can still, your tone of voice of the brand can still shine through. But most importantly, I also have contextual menus that are used within the app. So, for instance, Apple Music. So, when you highlight an album, you can play it, you can delete it from your library, you can download it. Instagram, they have, removing something from a grid, maybe pin to grid. Craft is also a really interesting one where they give you just a ton of choices with your kind of documenting, editing, and one of those things that I was unsure about. I knew that some apps did them, but I didn't know if it was something that was built in. Was this thing called nested menus? So this comes built in SwiftUI and iOS, so you can have several layers of nested dropdowns or contextual menus. And for instance, also in, I think, photos is another example, is what happens when your image is so tall that it takes up a lot of the space. Then this kind of just works out of the box. The image scales down and the menu is now scrollable. So this is super useful for me to kind of dig through, just have different examples, have a reference library, a curated reference library of great actions. There's also really good links here to contextual menus in the human interface guidelines. So if you really want to dig deep into Apple's guidelines, you can do that. And speaking of that, I also have this getting started guide, because like one of my main goals with these small apps like Haptik and Menuette is to educate and align designers and developers so that we can create better products to get together. So I've kind of gathered some tips here for designers, for developers, for teams, and how do we write good action. So for instance, using verbs, not nouns. So there you will see a lot of kind of delete, add to, share, a lot of verbs, send gift, add to, mark as, rate, review. So that is like one thing that I've learned a lot without kind of making this living library of apps and contextual menus. So yeah, I hope you check out Menuette. It's out on the App Store right now. And if there's anything, come back to me and we can have a chat about it. Looking forward to see how this can elevate your app. Bye.